Hey guys, what's going on? Taco here, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and Happy New Year. Currently, we are offering a 20% off discount code on all orders on the West Coast Taco Shop. All right, let's get into today's video. So the first thing I want to make mention of is the tinting, guys. If you guys do not have your front windows or your windshield tinting, I'm going to be honest, you're doing yourself a disservice. Not only is the tinting going to protect the interior portions of your Tacoma, like the dash and modifications from sun damage, heat, all of that good stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to miss out on the increased drivability enjoyment by having your windshield tinted. I wasn't a huge believer of getting a bunch of tint done on my vehicle, but after doing it, I'm going to tell you right now, it's money that is well worth spending. Like I said, not only is it protecting the interior, but it's going to give you just a much better enjoyment when driving the vehicle. I think I have 20% on my front windows. It's a little bit lighter than the back, but it looks really close. I didn't want to go with the darkest option due to getting tickets and law enforcement issues when it comes to tint. But I kind of went to a depthness or darkness where I felt like it kind of matched, and gave me the results I needed, but it didn't it wasn't like too blatant or obvious that I had, tint on it. I mean, you can definitely tell there's tint, don't get me wrong, but I try not to be too obnoxious with going absolutely too dark with the tint. We'll start with the panels. You can see everything is really simple here. I really haven't changed a lot when it comes to the door panels. I did inserts into all the portions of the vehicle where there are compartments or cup holders. And then I went with the AJT Designs covers for the interior handles. I liked these a little bit more than the Miso just because they had a nice little cutout and little rivet into it, and I thought it gave it a little bit more edge and a little bit more style than just the solid black without anything going on it. Next, I'm going to go over my seats. Now, for those of you who watched my seat cover installation video, you know my thoughts on these. With the carbon fiber and the breathable seats, I think these are awesome. And I'll throw a link in the description as well with the video of me installing it, but there's a discount code, and I believe, I need to double check, so don't hold me to it. There was a $50 off coupon on Amazon when you buy these, so it was like a pretty good deal. Like, you got these for like $230. Like, it was a really good deal for these, and I've had these on for, a few months now, so it hasn't been a year, but I've been very happy with the way they've held up. I think they look great, and they fit like an OEM finish. Like, most people, like I said, that see these on my vehicle think they're actually the OEM leather seats that come with the Tacoma, especially for the people that haven't had a Tacoma or know what they are. They just see these and assume that this is how they come with the carbon fiber inlays. So really, really sharp looking seat cover, and I like them much more than my stock Softex vinyl seats that are underneath these. And they're also, providing that protection for the seat underneath. This, guys, right here, this seat pad, do not laugh at me, do not hate, but I'm going to be so honest with you guys. These things are game changers. I've had these on for over a year now, and they make the driving experience so much better, like unbelievably better. And there's going to be people that don't want these and don't like them, but having these on my seat now, I have them now. After having them on this truck, I put them on all of my vehicles, including passenger sides of my vehicles, because they make the driving experience so much more comfortable, like from your legs to your butt. Everything is just so much more comfortable by having these in there. And they're just floating. And after a while, they start to lose their grippy textureness, and they do slide around a little bit. I've gotten it down to a science when I get in and out of the vehicle when using these where it doesn't even faze me or bother me. But I would say, guys, if you're looking to increase the comfort and the overall just drivability comfort of your Tacoma, these are absolutely awesome, and I recommend these 110%. I don't have a discount code. I'm not sponsored by this company, but I'm just being honest. Like, this makes my vehicle, all of my vehicles, so much more comfortable to drive, and it's such a simple, easy thing. You literally just toss it in and go. That's it. Next, we're going to talk about these little gap fillers here for the seats in regards to the sides of them between that and the center console area. I love these things because any type of key, phone, food, anything that you might have in your vehicle, even dirt, it's not going to go down into that little death trap. Everything stays on the top. It's easy to clean. You can vacuum it out, or you can pull out the whole thing and just give it a quick wipe down or wash, and it looks good as new. And it keeps the sides of your vehicle super clean, and it keeps debris and unwanted items from slipping down into that area. Next, I have a cover that I put on the center console area, and I love this thing. It's got a nice little pad. It was like 20 bucks on Amazon. It slips over. It's got a few Velcro straps that essentially slide on, or I should say bungee straps that that hold it on there, and it's been great. It fits like OEM finish, and it looks so much better than just having the plastic console. It protects the plastic console and adds comfort to you, so how much more can you really ask of a $20 product, right? Definitely a win. Got a tray for my center console. You love this thing. That's one of the cool things that is somewhat nice about the Tacoma, is it has a nice deep console. But a lot of times when you have something that's just really deep, you know, it's hard to keep it organized. This little tray, guys, is great. I use it all the time, and you can still use the majority of the rest of the console down there. But once again, like, that's really all you need, I feel like, to keep most of your stuff organized and keep everything nice and tidy in the center console area. This item is probably the most asked about item when it comes to the interior of my vehicle, whether it's in person or on the channel, and that is this TRD coin bucket by Miso. The unfortunate part about this, guys, is that I bought this a year ago, and I don't think Miso does the TRD coin bucket anymore. I don't know if something happened between them and Toyota, where Toyota was like, hey, you can't put TRD on your products. I'm not sure what the situation is, because they look super good, and so many people seem to have liked them and want to buy them still, that I feel like if Miso could make them, they would still do it. They still make the coin bucket, it just doesn't have TRD on it. And I think having TRD on it just makes it really special, and it kind of, you know, it's something that I feel like when people want to give modifications or get modifications done to their vehicle, they want them a lot of times to have an OEM look or finish that kind of pulls everything together nicely. And this coin bucket has done that for me. And so once again, guys, I apologize that I can't give you a link to go buy this exact coin bucket. But like I said, Miso does sell coin buckets. They're just not the ones that say TRD anymore. Next is this TRD shift knob. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen my video about it, and it's probably one of my most prized possessions when it comes to the interior of my Tacoma. Number one, it's an OEM product, and I blacked out the inlays and the stitching with paint and marker dye, and I just love the way it came out, because once again, it's an OEM product that I got to modify and make it fit to my liking. And I think that when you can get an OEM product and still kind of modify it a little bit, it makes it really special to that owner, and it's probably one of my most favorite interior pieces when it comes to like style and finishes. Also added this blackout shift ring knob. That is by AJT Designs, and it happens to match, you know, that square that's on the TRD shift knob really well. When it comes to this blackout ring, make note that if you guys have a shift knob that's not an OEM shift knob, like the TRD Pro one or even the stock one, you might have a hard time getting that shift knob to sit in there and then get the collar to snap into the shift knob, just because of the way aftermarket shift knobs are cut and made. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to picking up one of these and adding it to your Tacoma. We can talk about these. These are just little overlays that literally stick on to the vent rings on the AC vents on your vehicle. And I'll put these in the description as well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But guys, for like 15 bucks, I got these. They stick on. They've been on for almost a year. They look great. They were super cheap, and you don't have to tear apart your dash and pop things out to get these rings on. They literally stick on, and they look really nice. And they're also like a brushed aluminum and not a plastic, which I think looks better to me personally. It doesn't have all the rivets and stuff that the Miso ones has. It's just a clean, blacked out brushed aluminum, and very happy with these. No issues. None of them have fallen off. However, once again, I make note on this on a lot of my videos. I live in Southern California, so I don't deal with extreme heat and extreme cold. So I feel like that contributes to me having success with some things that use double-sided 3M tape. But if you guys have used these and you guys live in areas where it's really hot, like Arizona, Nevada, or places where it gets really cold, like Michigan, Minnesota, let me know if you've used these and had any luck with them, and if they stayed, you know, for greater portions of a year through the seasons as they change. Next, I have this blackout emblem I keep on my steering wheel. It's another 3M sided tape product, and it's been holding up great. I've had no issues. And then I added a steering wheel cover as well. Some of these things happen unintentionally, but I was really happy with the way, you know, the breathing portions of this kind of lined up with the breathing portions on the seat covers. Everything's just kind of been coming together nice and organically, and I feel like when you're modifying the interior of your vehicle, that's how things should be. Another huge recommendation and item I installed on the vehicle was the Protect screens. I will put a link in the description as well for that. These things have been phenomenal, and I've put one right here, and I've put one on that shift selector area where it's kind of got that black piano finish. These things not only enhance the visibility of the screens, but they hide any current scratches you may have, and they keep any upcoming scratches that you may not even know about that are going to happen from taking place and actually making an impact on these panels or screens on your vehicle. So if you guys do not have, I think it's the Screen Protect is the name of the company. If you guys don't have a set of these, pick up a set. These things are great. They are well worth it, and they're super easy to install, and overall very impressed. And they look so clean when you install them right. I forget they're even on my vehicle most of the time. And in the door panels, I showed you some of the inserts. When you buy the package of inserts, they come with cup holders and a padded area for your charging pad. Pretty much every insert in your vehicle comes in that package, and it's like a 15-piece set for like under 20 bucks. So if you're looking at this video and wondering what are these items, or what are some of these, like, you know, cup holder placements I've put in here, they all are part of the original set that was in my door panels. Moving to the back, I have a video, and you guys can check it out if you want, of me kind of making these panels. Long story short, bought the panels, did some modifications with 550 cord to give myself some storage capabilities back here. I'm going to be adding some more compartments and more storage things. But basically, guys, I really like this setup because you can put a lot of things on the backs of your seats, especially if you're not using all of your seats for maybe like kids or people or passengers. If you're needing more storage, but you don't want to have to, you know, pull things down and move things around, these things are really handy, and I like them, and they fit securely. And once again, I have a video of how I modified these 3 panels into creating kind of almost a single panel for the back portion of my vehicle. Also, once again, the seat covers are all in the back here for all the headrests as well. All these are part of that seat cover set I was telling you about. And once again, they look great, nice finish. And yeah, pretty much for the back area, these are the biggest items I've done outside of the matching, you know, chrome deletion on the handles. A lot of this stuff, you know, like for example, that's all part of the same set that came at the front. It comes in a pack of 4. And last but definitely not least, I have this custom seat cover that was made for the bench of the back seat area. My mother and grandmother, they're both really good seamstresses, and they took a black and gray American flag blanket, and they cut it up a little bit, restitched some things, and they actually made it kind of like form-fitting to the back bench of this truck. It's a very special piece for me because obviously my family made it and kind of customized it for me. But I wanted to put a large American flag somewhere in the vehicle, and I really couldn't figure out where I wanted to put it. And was thinking that this bench seat would probably be the best area because of the shape and the length. And it came out great. I do have the seat cover portion of this under the blanket, so this thing's really protected. Not only does it have the seat cover, but it's also got the American flag over it as well. So I love this piece. It's just kind of one of those special things. And when it comes to doing interior modifications, if you guys just got a 2023 or a 2022 or just a used Tacoma in general, or maybe you've had one for a while and you're looking to kind of do a little bit of a refresher to the interior of your vehicle, my recommendation would be less is more. That's going to be my recommendation. Less is more when you're doing things to your vehicle, unless you need something to be a certain way. Because at this point in time, they make a modification for every portion of your vehicle, which is really cool, which is really awesome, because that's what makes, I think, the 3rd gen Tacoma just a really special vehicle in general, is how easy it is to modify almost every item in here. However, sometimes you can get going with modifications to the point where it can get overwhelming or very cluttery, and it becomes actually more harm and causes more damage than it does good. So I feel like, you know, my 2 cents would be when wanting to do something to your vehicle, what is the purpose behind it? Is it purely aesthetic? Is it for function? Is it a mixture of both? For me, most of my stuff is aesthetic, but there's also functionality to it, whether it's protecting something, creating comfort, matching things to be color coordinated, filling in gaps where things are kind of awkward but can't be placed. Everything in my vehicle, for the most part, is either trying to pull things together aesthetically, or it's here to protect and provide comfort. So for me, it's like when you look at what you're looking to do with the vehicle, in regards to its function and capabilities, what are you wanting to do, and what does your life look like? Those are the things that I would recommend thinking about before modifying and adding a lot of things to your vehicle. I would say, not that I'm a perfect modifier by any stretch of the imagination, but for me, it's like, okay, like I wanted to increase comfort, I wanted to really protect, and I wanted to kind of black out a lot of the chrome and kind of pull things together. And that was what I feel like I achieved last year with the modifications I've done so far. So that's just my last little bit of information and recommendations. If you guys are looking for tips, that would probably be the biggest thing that I'd recommend. All right, so the first giveaway for 2024, guys, is going to be a set of seat jackers and a Molle panel that will go right here underneath the portions of your seat. Now, for those of you who are wondering why I haven't installed them on mine, well, I made mention that I am very happy and content with the setup I have on my seat. I have an 8-way power adjustable seat. I've got the seat cushion. My comfort and the way I currently enjoy driving the vehicle is perfect for me. Probably not for everybody, but for me, it's absolutely perfect. And I'm just under 6 feet tall. So I know for some of you guys that are taller and you have issues with headroom and your legs being comfortable, it can be quite the challenge. And I hear these make all the difference in the world. So I'd rather hook up one of you guys that has been wanting one, but you haven't been able to afford it, or maybe you just haven't wanted to spend the money on it. Or maybe you have that manual seat and you're just really capped out on your abilities to adjust your comfort levels on your seat. I want to hook you guys up with this. So there's going to be a link in the description. Click on that. It'll take you to a forum. You can fill out your information, and I'll be doing a giveaway on the seat jackers and the panel. And hopefully it goes to someone who really needs it and gets great enjoyment out of it. All right, guys. And there you go. All of my interior modifications for 2023. Once again, everything's held up great, and I've been very happy with all the modifications I've done to my vehicle. Don't forget to sign up at the link in the description for the giveaway for the seat jackers and the Molle panel, as well as all of the links in the description that go to every interior modification I've done to my Toyota Tacoma. Upcoming videos here very soon. We'll have an interior detail video on how I keep the interior of my vehicle looking, as clean and as new as possible, as well as my exterior and the undercarriage. So if you guys are curious about those, stay tuned. They'll be coming out here soon. All right, guys, until the next one, I'll be talking to you soon. See ya.